talking about, I would say, would you say this is one of our favorite topics?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes. I could talk about this all day, every day.
For those who may have just started hitting play on this, or you're watching this on YouTube, wherever you might be, we're going to be talking about manifesting, but really about manifesting your dream life. And I would say, Jennifer, you've done a YouTube video on this. We've talked
Hmm.
about manifesting many times
Hmm.
on your Grain Glowing brand and just in life in general. So I feel like, I mean, would you call yourself an expert, a manifesting expert?
No, I would never say I'm an expert, but I have tried it. I have done it. But
Mhm.
here's the thing about manifesting, like I'm learning new stuff, new tips and tricks. So it's kind of
Ooh,
cool. Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
need to hear these.
yeah, I mean, yes, I'm learning a lot more about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like today's topic is kind of it's a big topic. I know before we got on, I was like, okay, let's keep it simple. But you're like, ain't nothing simple about manifesting.
It is
But
simple, but it takes a lot to get there. There's certain steps.
yeah.
Yeah.
But today's a big topic. I mean, manifesting your dream life. I mean, one, everyone has a different dream life that they envision for themselves.
Absolutely.
Um, but to even start doing the work to start manifesting it, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
okay, so say you've got your daughter Kennedy. She's a younger girl. If she came to you, she already knows how to manifest. But say she came to you and was like, "Mom, I want to manifest my dream life." What would you say?
Wow, that's a lot. No, you're right. Kennedy does know how to manifest. I taught her when she was younger. She helped manifest our home, our townhome that we purchased when I was living in the Bay Area. I was a single mom, and I was like, we have to have this house, Kennedy. So this is what
Mhm.
I need you to do. And I walked her through how to do it. Um, and so she did it, and we ended up getting our home. So she's very aware. And what I would tell her right now, because she is 19 and she's kind of all over the place, she doesn't really know what she wants to do. All she knows is she wants to have a lot of money, and she doesn't want to work that hard to get it.
Mm.
Working a 9 to 5 to her generation is absolutely ridiculous. Like they're just like, what? That we don't need to do all that. So it's
Right,
something about this newer generation that they understand the laws of the universe, and life doesn't need to be this hard.
girl.
And our generation and our parents' generation,
Mhm.
they had it all backwards. And they were doing it, I hate to say, they were doing it the hard way.
Well, they were sold a story. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yes.
They were sold a story of this is how you create your dream life. You know what I mean? This is how you work to
You
get
work
your dream
hard
life.
for me for
Yes.
your 2 week vacation, and you
Oh
actually
god.
get to enjoy your dream life when you retire.
Right.
And
Like,
I even remember going to school and I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, why are they doing it like this? So
mm,
I can't even get mad at my daughter because she gets it and she
mm.
understands. And I'm like, and it doesn't have to be that hard.
So maybe, if someone came to you fresh and was like, I mean, and I know people come to you right now, they
Yeah,
see
they
they see
ask.
your life and they're
Mhm.
like, I want this. This is the dream, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Hmm.
And I certainly I aspire. I look at your life with Mark and how you guys live, and it's amazing, and certainly something to aspire to. But I even have individuals who's like, "Mal, I'm MJ. I'm trying to be like you." Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm still trying to level up. I'm still trying to
Yeah.
grow.
Yeah.
But in so many ways, I did manifest where I'm at. You know what I mean? I think for me, I started adopting that mindset like
Hmm.
Kennedy, like this Generation Y mindset that I was not going to settle for the status quo,
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
what the world told me. Um, and I'm going to do things my way to achieve my own success. Um, but I had to take a different journey. You know what I mean? None of this
Yeah.
stuff, I feel like when we talk about this, a lot of people talk about this stuff,
Hmm.
but it's not a cookie cutter play by play. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
On this is how you level up or build your dream life. Does
Right.
that make sense?
Absolutely. Because everybody's starting off at a different starting point.
Mhm.
So you can't make it cookie cutter.
No.
Some people are starting way at the bottom where they have to like just start with their thought process. What am I
Mhm.
thinking every day? Why am I blocking my blessings? I've said a
Mhm.
prayer to God 20 times. It's still not coming true.
Right.
Whatever it is, their way of going about getting what they want in life. So some people are starting at a lower level, not a lower level, just at a different level.
Mhm.
So there is no playbook, but there are some basic fundamental tools that everybody can implement no
Mhm.
matter where they're at in their stage.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I think where people need to start is find out what your vision is
Ooh, I love that.
because a lot of people don't even know. If
No.
you go ask a person, okay, I know you want to have love. I know you want to meet a dream husband, but what do those qualities that your dream husband has other than the exterior?
Hmm.
They really can't even tell you. Well, I know I want him to have a good job. I know no.
Yeah, there's gotta be more. That's
It's
surface level.
got to be really deep, right?
Mhm.
So you got
Mhm.
to get the vision clear and let the vision be crazy, big, out of this world. My vision right now, I want an island,
Mm.
but I want an island for different reasons than other people want an island. So
Mhm.
I want to live a different type of lifestyle, a
Mhm.
very peaceful one where I feel like we're not on the hamster wheel
Mm. Mhm.
of life trying
Mhm.
to have all these other things. And I had this dream of wanting to live on an island before I met my husband.
Mhm.
And now it's resurfacing again and it's like really calling to me.
Mm.
So I know it's something that I'm eventually going to do. So I have my pictures because it's easier to visualize yourself and play this movie. The biggest thing I could tell people, what I'm learning to do right now is to play a movie in my head.
Mm.
And so I don't know if when you go to the movies, you're very captivated, you're in that seat, you could feel it, the music, the everything, and it gives you certain sensations through your body, right? Whether it's
Yeah.
romantic or it's action packed, you're going to feel it. So if you can try to figure out how to visualize your life as a movie and you play that movie over and over throughout the day, add some music in with it, your visuals, feel it,
Right.
you will literally manifest it faster.
Mm. I feel like what you're saying is really get in tune with your imagination,
Yes.
play
And we forget
inside
how
your
to do that.
no, and I mean, in so many ways, we're taught to suppress that as we get
Mhm,
older. You know what I mean? No,
mhm,
no, no, don't think like that. Stay over here in this box. You know
mhm,
what I mean?
mhm.
Don't you're drifting too far. I need you over here.
Right.
Um
That's that conditioning.
it is that conditioning. So really what you're saying is to tap back into that imagination, but then also get really specific, with your vision. It's not
Vision, yes.
just, it can't be just simply, I'm praying to God, I'm journaling every day, I'm, doing my affirmations. Like it's got to be deeper than that.
Mhm.
Okay, so you're praying to God for what? You know what I mean? You're saying these affirmations for what? What are you really trying to achieve here and accomplish here?
Exactly, exactly. You can make everything you want in this life come true if you
Mhm.
truly believe you deserve it and you can have it.
Mhm.
And the more you can visualize and sit in that feeling of already having it,
Mm.
it is literally going to propel you towards your dream. It's going to
Mhm.
open door. And what we mean by that, you guys, is it's going to start opening doors.
It
Everything in
is.
your life is going to flow and it's going to be easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not talking about it's just going to fall in your lap.
Right. Yeah.
So you still got to get up every day. You still got to do the work. You got to go out. People think, oh, I'm just going to sit in my house and manifest my dream life. That's not what's going to happen.
No.
But everything that you're trying to achieve, whatever those steps are, it's going to be so much easier. If
I
you
agree.
needed an investor, that investor will come. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? If you needed the building to open up your business, that building is going to come to you quicker, easier. Everything in life just becomes easy and it flows.
Mhm.
That's what manifestation is.
One thing that comes to my mind in terms of some of the manifesting activities that I've done is scripting. So that was a really profound activity. I don't know if you've ever done it before, but what you do is you take a moment to journal and literally write down how you envision living your dream. You know, whether it be quitting your job. That was one thing that I scripted often was when I quit my job, this is how my life is going to look like. This is how I'm
Yeah.
going to feel. This is what I'm going to do. This is when
Mhm.
I wake up. This is going to be my routine, blah, 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 blah. Scripting was really helpful to really put pen to paper and again get very specific
Specific, yeah.
because I feel like, you know, it's easy just to run off some affirmations. It's easy, you know, God, please send me some money. You know what I mean? It's just very generalized.
That
But I
never
feel
worked
like
for me.
with scripting, you know, just even taking 5 minutes to just really envision it goes back to that vision piece.
Mhm.
Um, to think about how you think and feel when you are your highest self, when you are now living your dream life, it could be really profound. And it's an activity that I've even done with my clients, you know, where they are now talking to their higher self. And what advice would your higher self give you
I
right
love
now
that.
to be the
Yes.
best you or to achieve your dreams? Like, what would they be saying to you? What would they suggest to you? What would they be, you know, what tough love would they give you? Like, and so the other thing that I was going to suggest is, you know, what's to stop you from living your dream life right now? You know,
Mm.
and I know a lot of people are probably going to say money, and I
Yeah,
get that.
they are gonna
Money,
say that.
yes, they're going to say money, but I feel like that's just one piece of it. And that goes all into your money mindset. We need to do this money mindset um, uh, podcast soon, I feel like, to kind of talk about this. But money is a big part of it. And I'm not going to take anything away from that. But we all have things available to us, whether it be our skill set, relationships, the internet. The internet is like there everyone's got a pocket device
Yeah.
available to free information
Yes.
on their damn phone. So even if you don't have the money yet, you can create a skill set watching all the YouTube videos. The University of YouTube, don't knock it. You know what I mean?
No.
So my question to you would be kind of going with that whole scripting thing is again, what are you doing now to get you closer to that dream life or where you can start living that dream life? Are you pushing yourself to do the work so you could be that person when you have that dream life and retain it? Because that's the other thing. You know, you might start manifesting things, and we've talked about this, and you ain't ready for it. You know, you ain't done the work yet.
Yeah. That's scary.
Yeah, so you've gotta be willing to start putting in the work now so you can have that life later to maintain. Because maintaining is a whole other thing.
Ooh, honey. Yes, it is. For all those out there who's like, I want to be rich. I want to have all this. Just remember you have to maintain it.
Yeah,
And
which
it
means
usually takes a lot of time.
yeah, you still gotta do the work, you know what I mean? You still gotta put on that CEO life. I mean, that CEO hat, you know
What?
what I mean? So,
Yes.
are you making CEO decisions now so you could be that CEO later? You
Right.
know what I mean? You need
Right.
to start practicing now because Kobe wasn't killing it right away, okay? You know, I think I'm not an athletic person at all.
Me neither. I
But
wouldn't even know.
but I admire the discipline and the dedication that these athletes, you know, Serena, these Olympians that
Yes.
they have. They didn't start out that way. I mean, certainly some may have a leg up. You know, they may have been born into athletic families. You know what I mean? But they still had to get up and do the work.
5
Practice
a.m. workouts, sometimes twice a day, not having a personal life. Their life was fine tuning their craft.
exactly. They have to
And
practice
and
and they
that's
have
what
to
you need
fail.
to do. Yeah, and that's what you guys need to do is make, if you want to manifest your life, make that be your
Mm.
life's work. Dive
Mhm.
in.
Immerse.
Yes, let that be your focus, let that be your compass. And if anything does not align with that, it does not belong in your life.
Right, and that doesn't mean that it cannot belong later. We go through seasons,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
But for the season that you're in right now, and in order to be, that dream or that next highest self, it's just not the time. It doesn't fit in right
Mhm.
now. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? And it may
Exactly.
not fit in at all. It's probably best that that might be the other part. But
Yeah.
there are other opportunities for things to come to you later. So you have to get laser focused on that vision,
Laser
like you said.
focused.
You have
Yeah.
got to get just tunnel vision, you know? And
Mhm.
every day you're waking up thinking, am I making choices to achieve this dream life? Am I eating the way towards my dream life? Am I
Hello.
moving the way towards my dream
Hello.
life?
Hello. The thing about a dream life is, you guys, you have to act like you already are living it.
Mhm,
And that's where
mhm,
people get hung up on. You have to act like you already have it. That's where the feeling comes into play. So,
mhm,
yes, if you don't have that Lamborghini because your car is a Honda,
mhm,
you still need to act like, what am I going to feel like when I get that Lamborghini?
mhm,
What is it going to feel like when I meet my dream husband?
mhm.
And you need to replay that feeling with the picture
Yeah,
back in your subconscious all day long.
yep. And that's reprogramming you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's pushing you to another level. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
There's a book called The Big Leap, and I mentioned this. We had a side conversation the other day
Mhm.
um, about upper limiting yourself. I don't know if you've read that book. Have you read The Big Leap?
Not the big leap, but the
Okay.
body keeps the score. I think
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
kind
the
of
body keeps the
similar.
score. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't read that. I need to read that.
Mhm.
But The Big Leap, and I actually highly recommend you either listen or read to this book if you're trying to manifest your dream life, if you're trying to level up in life. And I actually started listening to it again because repetition, just repetition, consistency is all
Yes.
discipline. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I was upper limiting myself the other day. And what that means is that I could see through the glass ceiling like this is available to me. Why am I self-sabotaging myself? Creating these stories in my
Oh,
head to bring
yeah.
myself down. You know what I mean? But I can
Yeah.
literally see what's in front of me or what's above me that's available to me. You know what I mean? So I'm literally putting an upper limit on myself. Like, no, 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 stay small. This is as high as you can go. And that's my subconscious talking to myself. This is the stories, the misconceptions, the false beliefs, the imposter syndrome, all that shit
It's
that's
the
been in.
feeling. It's the feeling though,
Mhm.
MJ, because the thought provokes a feeling in
Oh
you.
yeah, it's oh
And
yeah,
it's a comfort, but it's a comfort emotion
it
that you're
is.
used to having.
Mhm.
And
Like,
when you start thinking big, what does everybody start doing when they start thinking big? Oh, I can't do that.
mhm.
Oh, I don't have the money. I'm not that smart. I didn't get a doctorate degree. I can't. It's an emotion that keeps replaying in your
Yep.
body. That's,
Mm.
well, your mind is saying it, and then it's giving you a certain feeling in your body, which doesn't allow you to move forward.
Yep.
And so you have to remember, when you start feeling that, you have to shut that down. No, no, no. That is an old story. This is the new story.
Yep.
And that's why we're telling you guys it's so important to have that emotion aspect, that feeling aspect to whatever it is you're trying to create. If you don't have the feeling behind it, you guys, it's going to be a hard road.
It
It's
is.
going to be a
It's
long
almost
road.
meaningless.
It can come, but it takes a long time. And why? Why you
Mm.
know what I mean? Like, why do you want to make it hard? Why do you want to walk up that hill with 10 boulders on your back?
Right.
Let's drop those.
Yeah.
And so
Mhm.
by doing so, if you guys could really get focused on the emotion behind everything, I promise you it will just be so much easier and you can manifest that much more. It's
Mhm.
that feeling. That's the key, y'all.
And I think I'm so glad you said that because so many times the world has told us that emotions are weaknesses.
Oh God,
You know
no.
what I mean?
They're everything.
Especially as women. Let's just be honest.
They're everything.
You
They're
know,
everything.
and while emotions don't necessarily dictate all, dictate all decisions. I mean, it can for some people.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
emotional.
yes, and I'm emotional. I'm very
Me too, but
emotional.
you don't make a lot you are emotional, but you're also logical and reasonable, and you don't make every decision based off of emotion.
Right. And I think for me, it goes back to what you're saying is that my emotion acts as like a barometer for me to be aware that this is an opportunity for me to stretch. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm uncomfortable. Your comfort zone will hold you back.
All day long, because that's
Your,
what you're used to.
yes, your comfort
What's that
zone.
saying? The devil you know? What's that saying?
I know
People
what you mean.
yeah, it's like
I forgot what
everybody
it is.
finds comfort in that
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to step out of a box. What if I make a mistake? I'd rather stay where I'm at because it's
Mm-hmm.
comfortable, it's easy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants easy,
No.
but that's not going to get you to manifesting your dream life.
No. So I think, going back to your emotions, I think your emotions really can become your superpower, is how I look at it.
I
It
like that.
really acts as a way of am I in alignment or not? Am I am I stretching myself? Am I growing? Or am I not? You know what I mean? I think they really become a barometer of of pushing towards your higher self
Hmm.
as opposed to um something that holds you back. It's one thing if you sit in your emotions all the time, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because
Yeah.
then they can hold you back. There are people who, whether and this is not a knock to anyone, but whether it be grief, anger, sadness, you know what I mean, that can
Victim.
victimhood, oh my goodness.
That's the biggest one that holds people back when they think the outside world is
Right,
what caused them to be where they're at in life. And
right.
they keep playing that victim story. If this didn't happen to me, I would be here. If they didn't do
Mhm.
that to me, I would be here.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is the biggest, that is the biggest handicap you could put on yourself.
Yeah, yeah. And here's the thing, if you're really wanting to achieve a better state in life,
Mhm.
let's not even call it a dream at this point. Just say, I want more or I want to level up. You have to check yourself on that. You have to hold yourself accountable
All day
to
long.
these things that may be holding you back from actually achieving what you really want. Otherwise, you're just going to be playing the same record over and over
Over
again,
playing that same sad story,
and or playing that same movie in your
playing
head.
that same movie.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
You guys
And I
are
know,
the writers and directors of your life, which is your
and the
movie.
producer.
And the
Don't
you're
forget
all of
that.
it. The stylist, the makeup artist, everything. You are creating your movie.
Right.
How do you want your movie to look?
Exactly. No, I love that analogy. And I I think that people I hope they recognize that it's available to them. It's just all goes back to, looking yourself in the mirror and saying, I am worthy of this and I'm willing to do the work, because we're all
Mhm.
carrying our own boulders,
Oh,
you know?
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I loved how you said that. I mean, you can just make an intentional decision that, I'm going to start releasing these one at a time, or I'm just going to make this hella hard and take them all with me. And now you still got them when you get there,
Hello.
you
Hello.
know?
We don't want those boulders, you guys.
So I think that, we've mentioned it before. I think in terms of manifesting your life, you've got to be patient with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. I think that's a big one. Like a,
Accountability and being
Yeah.
honest with yourself and
Hmm.
actually having a vision for yourself.
Being really specific,
Yeah. And then
very
can we do
specific.
like this? I want to share this with the group and I want everyone to try to do this, even you, MJ. I read a book a long time ago and I had shared it with my best friend. His name was Damu. He's since passed. He had a brain aneurysm, but he's the one who kind of set me on this path of spirituality 20 something plus years ago. And I read a book and I shared with him, I was like, listen, let's do this. Because in the book, it said to do this. I want you guys to really understand how powerful your mind is. So here
Mm,
is the lesson. Here is what I want you guys to do. I want you to pick a color of a car, visualize it in your head, a color. And it should be a crazy color: gold, pink, purple. And I want you to now focus on you're going to see a purple car today, or a pink car, or a gold car, whatever the color, or yellow. He had chose yellow, I had chose pink. And we had set out that day to see how many cars we could see that were going to be that color.
mm,
And the amazing thing was when we first started, I only saw one. He saw one. But as the week progressed, we would see multiple.
mhm,
He saw multiple yellow cars because
mm,
that's what his attention was now on. And that's what he
mm,
was focused on.
mhm,
That's how powerful you guys are. So let's start small. Let's
mhm,
start with the car.
mhm.
So I'm curious to see, and I would love for you guys to respond back like next week on this particular podcast and say, hey, Jen and MJ, I saw 5 purple cars.
Right,
That would totally make me happy because now you guys are tapping into the power of your mental.
for sure. And I think by practicing that, you then can start shifting it. And now can you spot the opportunities? You know what I mean? Going back to, well, I ain't got the money. Well, can you start seeing the opportunities?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, over there. Or I can call this person. I can talk to
Yes.
this. I can do this. I can write this. You know what I mean? So you
Yes.
start with something very specific. You know what I
Very.
mean? It's almost, it's like a vision exercise.
It is.
It is.
But
And
it's
I
just
love
letting
it.
you know that you have the power.
Mhm, mhm,
That's all I want you to do. That simple exercise. And then
mhm.
next time we'll do another exercise. But let's start with this one. And I would love for you guys to respond back and let us know how many cars you saw with the particular color you chose.
I'm looking for purple cars,
Okay.
just for the record.
Okay. I love it. I and every time I see a pink car, even till this day, it's a reminder of my power. That's all it
Mm,
is. I'm like,
mhm,
Jen, you got the power. A pink
mhm,
car just showed up for you.
mhm, mhm.
And
I
it
love
brings me
that.
right back.
Mm, I love that. Absolutely love that. Well, I feel, we mentioned earlier this why we wanted to keep it easy. It's not easy work to do. So we
Mhm.
will be sharing more insight on how to manifest very specific things,
Yes.
your partner,
Yes.
your dream career or business or whatever it may be. So stay
Mhm.
tuned for more manifesting episodes. They are coming.
Yes.
With along with activities. I love that you shared that. So thank
Yeah.
you.
Let's get started.
Let's do it. Let's do the work, y'all. Let's do it
Yeah.
together.
Yes.
As
I'm trying to
always,
manifest an island, y'all.
right, right. I feel you on that. I feel you.
We talked about it, MJ, a couple weeks ago. You're like, I want an island too. I'm like, let's
I
do
know.
it.
And it's funny because I can't stop thinking about it. So
I got my picture every morning. I showed Mark yesterday. I was like, I want to show you my folder of all of my islands. This is me on the island.
uh-huh.
And this is, I actually have the house that I
Really?
want. Oh God. In the interior of it. Oh my God. It's fabulous. I'm going to send it to you.
I want to see
It's
this.
fabulous.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. I'm getting
Yeah.
very specific on it.
Ooh. Oh my God. I'm excited.
Yeah. We're going to have, and then eventually we'll host retreats there, you guys. And you guys could fly to
So,
our island.
oh my God. It was so funny enough because we plan on hosting a retreat down the road, guys. So stay tuned. But I
Yeah.
was doing some research on retreats and I found how we could rent an island. I know that's not buying it yet, but
Oh
we
yeah.
can rent
Totally.
some. I didn't know
Yes.
that. I
Yes.
was like, oh, we could
Yeah.
rent an island.
I told you, got to watch that show, Island Hunters.
No.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
So they have island hunters, and then they have some people that are going on their dream honeymoon, and they
Mhm.
want to rent their own private islands.
Oh.
And then they show you the price of it, what you get for it. You get your private chef, your butler, your this, your that. Yeah. I think it's
Oh.
on channel you have DirecTV?
Mhm.
I think it's on
Mhm.
channel 286. I don't know the name of it, you guys, but if you
Okay.
have DirecTV, it's 286. It's usually on Saturdays. Later in the evening, I record
Yeah.
them all. My husband's like, "You got another I got Island Hunters, Island Destination."
But see,
Because
you're immersing yourself.
yes,
You're immersing yourself.
and the
This is
next thing this summer is to travel to some islands because my husband keeps
okay.
asking, "Well, what island? What island?" I'm like, "I don't know yet. I'm just
And see, and island life is different in different islands. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's like,
yeah."
what
I've
type
only
of
been to Jamaica and Hawaii, so I know there's a
right?
million more islands
Oh
out
yeah.
there. So I don't know. I gotta figure it out.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. But see, guys, get specific. Start envisioning things and immerse yourself. You got to
Yeah,
practice. Practice is key.
practice is
Key.
key, and I'm still practicing. So there you go.
Yeah. Work continues. All right, guys. Well, thank you as always for listening. We
Yeah.
appreciate you all. Please rate, leave a review. Those help us out a ton so this information can get out to others who may need it. And as always, thanks for watching and listening. And we look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah.